Today I'm playing the cheapest deck in Clash Royale. This is 1.3, I don't even know cycle. But yeah, this is the cheapest deck in Clash Royale, and honestly, I'm just sad that Heal Spirit is one elixir. I know it's a spirit, but oh my god, Heal Spirit is so bad that I wish it was 2 elixir or 3 elixir, so that way I could put like Log or something else that was 2 elixir in this instead of Heal Spirit, because I really don't want to be using Heal Spirit. But yeah, I'm also going to have to overcommit on every Hog Rider ever, and look at that elixir value. But that Fire Spirit will be connecting, so never mind, it won't be. But yeah, so the story, I do have some good stories for today that I want to tell you guys. So let's get into that, right? So I think you guys are going to enjoy these stories quite a lot. They relate to an ex-girlfriend of mine who we dated in like the senior year of high school. So this is, first of all, this is years ago. But the reason why I want to tell stories about her is because for the sake of this, video, we're going to call her Evil. Can you guys figure out why we're calling her Evil? Why her name is Evil for the video? Yeah, I think you guys can figure it out. She was just a terrible person, I'm not gonna lie. And the first of all, the thing that was very prominent was that every time someone found out that I was dating her, they would kind of be like, why are you dating her? And then I'd be like, well, have you seen her? And then they'd be like, well, yeah, but also she's a bitch. And, you know, I just didn't listen to these warnings. Oh, don't connect. Oh my god, I just didn't listen to these warnings well enough. Because, yeah, she was not a good person. She was just not a good person. Big damage on the right side there. Oh my god, we're going to activate this. He's probably going to Hog Rider. By the way, this is like the epitome of mid-ladder decks right now. What is this? Firecracker, Hog Rider, Witch Mega Knight? Like, are we serious? Like, genuinely. Whatever, dude. You can enjoy your deck, I'll enjoy mine. But yeah, so one thing in particular that stood out to me was there was this, so there's 2 U.S. history classes we had. AP U.S. history, which I was in, you know, because I'm smart, because I am good at history, and then regular U.S. history that she was in. Now, I'm not calling her dumb, but there was this autistic kid in her class. I'm putting her on the same tier as him because I don't like her. But it's not about the autistic kid per se, it's about the fact that she would bully this autistic kid in high school, for no reason. Absolutely no reason. She had no reason to do that ever, and she would. She would bully an autistic kid. And I don't know why, because it was pretty clear, right, that he had certain issues with, like, learning and all that. And she would go out of her way to just make him feel like an idiot by just, like, calling him dumb during class time and stuff like that. And it's like, dude, why are you, like, saying stuff like this to him? That he genuinely did nothing to her. She just found him annoying for being autistic. By the way, that Firecracker just sealed my fate. I'm gonna have to lock in on the defense here. Holy. But yeah, I never understood why she did stuff like that. And I still, to this day, don't, because she had no reason to do any of that. She just chose to. She just chose to be evil. And it's like, you don't need to be like that. And I remember one time, in relation to this kid, the teacher from that class was like, hey, you want to help me grade tests? I was like, sure. So I go around the room, collect tests, and this was a while ago, but I remember I took his test, and there was just a big picture that he drew of Sonic. Just a big-ass Sonic that he drew all over the test instead of actually doing the test. And I thought it was funny, but I was like, oh, you come on, man. But it was actually a really good drawing, so I actually told him, I was like, hey, nice drawing. And then she was like, why'd you compliment him? He didn't even do the test. And it's like, alright, bitch, I wasn't complimenting him on the test. I was complimenting him on the drawing. And the thing about her was, right, she was obviously just, like, mean. And that's why people didn't like her. Because she had, like, 4 friends who weren't mean, which is the surprising part. None of her friends were nearly as mean as her. Which is why it's surprising, because, like, you're not friends with mean people, but then you're mean? How does that happen, you know? How is everyone around you nicer than you? I don't understand that. But yeah, by the way, I have nothing to counter this Goblin Barrel with. Oh my god. I might replace Mirror with Log, just because Mirror is technically 2 Elixir with everything in this deck, so I might replace Mirror with Log. But yeah, okay, I lose. I would like to say that last guy is such a loser. He BM'd me after that game. I just cut it out because I was switching out for Log. Alright, but yeah, so other than bullying autistic children, another thing that she did was, whenever I would, like, say anything at all to her, she would just start, like, bitching at me for no reason. Like, I remember one time I was complaining about something. It was like a small thing. I was complaining about like my phone service provider, right? And then she was like, I don't want to hear about your problems. I have my own to deal with. And I was like, okay, I'm just trying to talk with you about things that are slightly annoying. It's not really a problem per se, but if you want to be like that, then yeah, it is a problem. So I was just like, all right, whatever. And then she was getting all mad about it because she was like, well, what's with the attitude? And I was like, what do you mean what's with the attitude? You know what the attitude is with. You know exactly what the attitude is with. So I don't know why you're saying what's with the attitude. Like, you didn't just, like, basically tell me to... Oh my god! I actually can't defend this, dude. All I have is spirits. Okay, this is gonna be a hard one. This is probably still gonna be easier than the most expensive deck, but, oh man, this is gonna be painful. This is gonna be very painful. And I'm already out of elixir. Okay, well, that's great. But yeah, she would pretty much always just complain to me about stuff, and then anytime I would try and like complain about the slightest thing, she would talk about how like, oh, she doesn't need to hear about my issues, and it's like, oh, so I'm here to listen to yours? Yeah, I don't know, man. Now, other than that, another thing about her that was really funny was that she was a self-proclaimed pansexual. Now, the reason why I say self-proclaimed is because she's never been with a girl ever. She has never been with a girl ever. She still, to this day, hasn't, I don't think. I have a friend who's, like, still friends with her, and she doesn't even really like her that much, but I don't even know why they're still friends with... It's a weird thing, right? But she has never been with a woman, but she says, oh, she's pansexual. And one thing she said to me in particular was, if we ever break up, I'm never dating another guy. What a lie, because when we broke up, she immediately dated another guy. Like, you know, probably less than a week later to get back at me. And I thought it was funny, so... Oh my god. And you know, the worst part about her easily was like her absolute weird obsession with Japan and anime and Asian men. She would fetishize Asian men in the weirdest way ever. By the way, they nerfed Goblin Hut, and it doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Whatever they did to nerf Goblin Hut did not make a difference. There's actually no way for me to break through this either, but, you know, I'm just gonna spam at the bridge and see how that goes. Look how fast I can spam, guys. It's getting me no value. He placed 7 elixir at the bridge and countered everything. Alright, well, we're losing this one. I'll continue in the next game, and I'll keep telling you guys about the story then. Alright, so yeah, that was one of the things that she did. And I remember this whole thing at school. People were calling her fake gay because she's never been with a girl. And there was this one girl who she was telling me about that she almost dated. They were talking for a grand total of 2 days, and then she wasn't sure if she liked girls anymore, so she stopped talking to girls, and then she started dating me, so she was like, oh, I don't even know. And it's like, are you okay, so you are fake gay. And I said that as a joke, and she got like really mad at me. She got really pissed when I called her fake gay, which is like, all right, then maybe you shouldn't be fake gay. Huh? How about that? Maybe if you don't want to get, maybe if you're gonna get mad at people calling you fake gay, then maybe you should date a girl sometime. Have you considered that? Wow, what a counter, dude. That's actually just another hard counter. Okay, well that's great. So here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna spirit on that, drag back with this, and then go up in with this. That was a perfect defense. Hell yeah. And just because I don't want you guys connecting, we're gonna do all this and this and this. The Evo Skeletons. Ice Spirit in the front. Maybe tank a little bit for those bats. That could be huge. Oh yeah, that is huge. Wow, that's big. That's really big for us, because we're actually getting some tower damage with those bats. And I'm just gonna Berserker directly on top of you. But yeah, she got mad at me for calling her fake gay one time. And about how we broke up. So the reason why we broke up is complete bullshit, by the way. So what happened was, for a while I kind of just stopped going to work and stuff, and I was playing Fortnite. And I didn't tell her, but I guess she kind of assumed I was just, like, you know, doing my normal stuff. And the reason why I stopped was because I was kind of just depressed because somebody died, who was pretty important to me. Anyway, she didn't really know that, but she also just didn't really care, because I remember specifically when we, I didn't need to place those skeletons. When we broke up, one of the things that she told me was like, oh, you lied to me about this, and she never asked why. She never asked why I did that. She never asked why. Like, even though I think I was pretty clearly depressed because I didn't want to do anything. I didn't want to go out and shit like that. And then she's over here acting like I just, like, cheated on her when I just really wasn't going to work, and I was, like, playing Fortnite at home for a couple of weeks because there was nothing else I could stand to do with my time because everything was awful at that time, you know? So it's like, alright, you're gonna act like this for what exactly? Oh, I'm gonna blow my fucking head off. Alright, dude, you need to get the fuck off my tower with all this bullshit. Alright, that's gonna lock on over there. E-Spirit here. Dude, this is literally the best defense I can throw. Together. Oh my god, kill her, please. Oh my god. Alright, dude, come on. Ugh, somehow we're still just... Nope, we're not even. I hate Mother Witch! Like, why is it always just the hardest counter ever when I'm trying to do a troll deck? You're telling me this guy's just using Mother Witch? Nobody uses Mother Witch. Not a soul in the world uses Mother Witch but this guy, right now when I'm recording this video. Holy! This sucks. Okay, maybe we can still get some chip damage on that. Oh my god, you're the only Mother Witch player in the world, dude. Nobody uses that card. It's not even good. Mother Witch genuinely just isn't a good card. Like, I can't stress this enough. Mother Witch isn't good. And I don't know why, like, we're going against the only Mother Witch user ever. And before someone says Mother Witch is situational, which I know it's situational, it's not good, though. It's not good. Yeah, it's situational, but the situation that's good fucking suck anyway. He's gonna yawn on me while I'm using Spirit Cycle. But yeah, she broke up with me and then she called me fat, which, by the way, I think it's funny because I wasn't even fat. Like, I really just wasn't even fat, especially not at that time. That time was probably on the heavier side of my life, but even then, I was probably like 22% body fat at the most, which is not fat. It really is not fat. So, I don't know why she wanted to call me fat so bad. But yeah, so she called me fat, which is also weird because she was very against body shaming, but then when she broke up with me for being depressed, she called me fat. And honestly, when she broke up with me, I didn't care. Like, I don't know why, but I wasn't sad about it. Like, I think her breaking up with me got me out of, like, the sadness that I was dealing with for the other stuff that was going on in life. Because genuinely, that's exactly what happened. Like, I was depressed, she broke up with me, I was like, what? And then it was just like, the confusion snapped me out of it. So I was just, like, not depressed anymore. Oh my god, that was a close counter. Okay, he can't log that then, that's good to know. Or at least not with the Evo. But yeah, she called me fat, and it was just like, what? I'm not fat. Like, it was just confusing, because it doesn't make sense to call me fat. I don't think anyone like, I don't think if any of you saw me right now, or even back then when I was heavier, you would call me fat. I don't think fat is a viable insult against me. It's like calling me ugly. I will not accept someone calling me ugly when I know very well that I'm far from ugly. I know that sounds like I have a big ego, and I kind of do because I think I'm quite the attractive person, but holy fuck, how does he have more elixir than me? This is a very angry video. I'm a lot angrier recording this than I thought I would be, because why am I going against Hyperbait and Mother Witch? Holy... And it's annoying because it's Suspicious Bush, which is like the one thing I only have one counter to, and yeah, I can cycle fast, but he also has Cannoneer, which means I can't drop spirits down singularly. This is just another insane counter. Okay, let's just try and cycle faster than him. Maybe I can get some big value, who knows. Bats are going crazy on that right side, actually. Let's let it keep going. Let's let the bats keep going. Force responses. Oh wow, we're actually in the lead now. Holdy. Holdy? I meant holy. This is big. Okay. We just gotta kinda gotta keep it up. Keep it up. Get that chip damage. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Alright, don't kill that. Alright, you killed that. Don't you get a hit on my tower. I'm gonna be pissed. I'm gonna be pissed. Oh my god, the one card you can never get a positive elixir trade on. I love them. I love them so much. Okay. Maybe just a fucking god, dude. They nerf Boss Bandit never. They never nerf Boss Bandit. They never nerfed her. They never nerfed her. We're living in a simulation. They never actually nerfed the Boss Bandit. Because what is this? Oh my god. I'm gonna ignore those wall breakers because I lose anyway. Great. Absolutely amazing, guys. But yeah, as a whole, she was just a very vile woman. She was an evil, evil, evil woman. I'm aiming for 1 win, by the way. Good luck, you two. Maybe you have... Oh! Okay. I'm sorry for being loud today, guys, but it's kind of hard to not be loud when these are the decks I'm playing against. Oh, and it's Furnace. That's also just a hard counter. Good thing it's a level 14 Furnace, so I don't have to respond to the spirits, but I do have to respond to the spirits if he's going to back it up with that. Which... Oh my god, dude. You are the worst type of person. How did that connect? Genuinely, that's not even like... I actually just don't know how that connected. Don't you spawn a spirit. That's still alive because I didn't realize that it got a pancake. Okay. Great. Oh, am I just going against the same person on 2 different accounts? You can't tell me this is any better than the last This is not any better than the last matchup. It really isn't. Because what? Alright, at the very least, my level 14 Evo Bats can get some damage on the tower. That is so fortunate. That is so fortunate that we are now leading because of Evo Bats. Look, that's pay to win. That's pay to win, guys. I'm paying to win right now on the evolution that I got for free. With that being said, someone called me pay to win the other day, and it, by the way, just gave me log value. Someone called me pay to win the other day, and it didn't even make sense because it was a match that I won where I was using card boost potions, by the way. So I had every card level 15. The other guy also had every card at level 15, and I had no Evos. It was on like a YouTube short that I uploaded. Someone called me pay to win for winning that, but every card on the field was the same level, so I don't know how or why he was calling me pay to win when every card on the field was the same level. He's going to, yeah, he's going to Goblin Curse, that's obvious. I don't know why he would Goblin Curse that, though. That wasn't a good curse. Yeah, man, nice try. Okay, all I have to do is take this tower and defend. Which I think is possible because this guy's not defending my fire spirits that do more damage than like any other thing in the game. So we're good here. Alright. And late ice spirit, please. Why the fuck? Okay. Okay. That's scary, but we're still up. We're still up. That should not have killed my ice spirit, by the way. The game is lying. The game is just lying now. Alright, he's not gonna Goblin Curse that, is he? No, he's just gonna log it. Which, okay, or he'll do both. Or he'll do both, which is like the worst thing he could have done. Oh, wow, that was scary. Okay, firecracker. No, dude, that's gonna splash on my tower. Look how much damage that splashes the tower for. Can we nerf that card, like, again, except actually this time? Because you guys really didn't nerf her. You guys really didn't nerf Fire Spirit in any meaningful way. Not Fire Spirit. You guys really didn't nerf the girl. What's the girl's name? I forgot her name. Please. Why does that dash at that range? Genuinely, why does that dash at that range? That should not be a dash. Please. Oh my god. One spirit. One spirit's all I need. Come on. Just don't splash. Yes! Yeah! We did it! Oh my god.